What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channels. Welcome back to another tremendous live stream. If you notice up in the corner and going on that way on the screen, we have the man, the myth, and the legend with the Acapulco Grand Theft Auto sunset in the background. Mr. Millions, how are you today?
Buenas noches, my friend. Live from Mexico City right now, actually. Yeah, I'm doing great, man. We've had a nice sort of Christmas period. You might have seen in my previous video, we had a few problems in Veracruz, so we headed back to Mexico City a little earlier for a nice sort of low-key celebration. So just with the family and, yeah, enjoying our time here. It's a real vibe. So, yeah, it's been a great sort of past week, and we're still in the temporary apartment at the moment until the 18th, and then we've got the year lease, so we'll be here basically as long as we want to be here. So, yeah,
great.
We've had a great sort of Christmas. Little man's been really happy, and we went on a little toy shopping spree a couple of days ago. So yeah, he's happy. He's in bed now, so hopefully he stays asleep. Hopefully I won't wake him up.
Let's keep those fingers crossed.
Fingers firmly crossed, but Mrs. Millions will deal with that.
So I'm going to play you a 5-second summary of the market. You can tell me if this is accurate, all right?
What? What on God's great earth?
Yeah,
is that an accurate assessment of the market right now?
That's about as accurate as it gets.
Yes. Yeah, that is just for the record out there, guys. We grew up in the era of Ric Flair in his prime, and that is never not funny. I don't care what any of you say.
It's always funny.
Yes. Gosh, Millions. Where do we start, man? It's
there's a lot going on, good and bad, the good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should we start with the ugly?
Let's go ahead and start with the ugly. Let me pull the screen up here and let's see. And you guys watching us, see, we got people starting to pile in. If you got questions that you want us to answer, there's no right or wrong question. I mean, obviously keep it respectful. That's the rules on both of our channels. But we just we're gonna try to bring an honest discussion. And as you can see, we're trying to keep it low key. Let's go straight over to this bad boy right here, the nest, as some people like to call it.
Yeah, it's a dirty word at the moment.
Yeah, it's a very dirty word. Let me get signed into my account to see what kind of hellfire and brimstone we can bring up here. Let's see. Let me get connected here. Good God, let's pray before we do it.
Yeah.
So I can let's see if we got any comments coming in. Someone on your channel, Westside Ian. Cheers,
Yo,
bro.
Westside, great to hear from you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good festive period, and thanks for joining us, mate, on the live.
Let's see. All right, so I am here we go, this whole loop, this C loop crap again. So I'm not gonna lie to you, Millions. Ever since this whole sorting issue and all this other crap, I've been like, all right, whatever. What have you just been kind of numb to this thing too?
Yeah, I mean, in every single video I did, it probably bored the hell out of people because I always used to say the same thing.
Yeah.
But I've been stung before in DeFi. And when Bitness came along, I was in it for, I mean, I say I was in it, I'm still technically in it. They owe me some money, but I'm still technically in it for 7 months. And it's been printing absolutely insanely for 7 months. But my first loop was for the value of around $3,000. And I took my profits from that $3,000 and just played with house money because, you know, in Stunner Breeze's words, it pays until it don't. And
yeah,
in DeFi, this stuff can literally disappear overnight. And if you've been in DeFi for a little while, I'd imagine you took a decent amount of profits out of Bitnest. So when they started stopping or pausing the payments, that's obviously a major red flag. No more capital for me has gone in. I certainly am not putting another penny into any of these loops, these C loops or these nodes, nothing like that. This is not financial advice. Obviously, you guys do whatever you want to do,
Right.
but they still owe me about 3 Gs. So in outstanding loops. So obviously, I'm not going to be putting anything else in, because at the moment, the trust is gone. So if they pay me it all back, then maybe that will sort of repair that relationship a little bit. But we get into this stuff with trust, right? In everything in DeFi, you have to obviously have your own risk tolerance, but there is trust involved. Party A puts in the money, party B pays out what they agree to pay out. When they stop doing that, when they break that bond, when they break that agreement, that's kind of the end of that relationship in many ways. And, I know most people that I know of have done really well out of it. And I do hope, obviously, that they continue. I hope this is a legitimate pause for whatever reason. But I can say for 100% certainty that I will not be putting another penny in unless this is fully rectified and remedied. So that's just my opinion on it. Again, it doesn't mean anything. Everyone just does whatever they want to do, for sure. But
so here's what's interesting, and this is talking to some people today. This guy here, let's see, he says, when I checked 2 hours ago, the liquidity was 37K. When he checked 2 hours ago, it's now gone up a bit by 200K. Interesting. So when I was poking around on the site today, this is the original box for the loops right here. This is the orders. I've got 4 left that are that are visible. You can see this one has 10 hours left, and these are all $300 loops. Here's what's interesting. So you go up here to loop, and then when it goes out to you go to home. And if you go right here to this loop C, I actually did just a 7-day just to see if it would work. And again, I'm not going to put any real money into this until it actually pays out fully. I think I'm owed roughly around $7,500, something like that. This is what I'll end with on the Bitness thing, unless you got something else to say. One guy shared a story with me that he bought one of the T1 nodes, and this is what they did. They took all of his loops that expired and disappeared. They were restored, and Bitnest actually re-looped every single one of them. And instead of it being USDT, it's now re-looped in USDC. I found that to be rather fascinating.
Interesting. So they didn't actually pay him back into his wallet. They re-looped.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Which again is, in my opinion, a little sketchy, because technically the agreement was 28 days and it goes back into the wallet. The agreement wasn't to automatically re-loop. So, not obviously, I hope it all goes through okay and he gets his cash back for sure. But look, I want to be proved wrong on this. I hope it all comes back, and I hope I obviously get my money back. I hope everyone else gets whatever outstanding that they're owed. But again, I don't hold my breath for this sort of thing. That's why you have to play on house money. You have to make yourself unruggable in DeFi, especially when you haven't got direct control over the funds. And that's why I just banged on about it all the time. Only because, I don't want to mention the name, but I think a lot of people know what I'm talking about. Begins with S. I put too much trust into that platform. And, this is not necessarily anything against the guy who was running it. I believe his intentions were great, but the actual platform itself, I left way too much money actually in the platform that I should have been withdrawn to my wallet.
Yeah.
So when you get stung like that, you tend to have a different outlook on DeFi, and that's why it's safety first in many respects, from my opinion. Some people just want to go full degen, and I totally get that, because that's sometimes you really can pay off. But as long as it's money that you're willing to literally wake up one morning and it poof, it's gone, you have to be willing for that to happen. So whatever you put in there, if you're not willing to wake up to an empty freaking wallet and a disappeared protocol, then you've invested too much.
Yeah, and I will give you an applause on that. So I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be random tonight. 100% random.
Throw it out. All good.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever played Where's Waldo?
In the UK, we call it Where's Wally. Is that? I think Waldo was like the bad guy in the yellow and black.
So,
are we talking
this
about the same
is
thing?
Wally on here. So you see what chart this is, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
This is the good old mint stake share page.
Wow, it's been a while since we've spoken about this one.
Right. So, and if you zoom way out on here, you'll see this big decline. And this is just neutral, people selling off, whatever. And this was pretty much when the cap at 20 million was set, and everybody was like, that's it, we're done, we're out. Here's something I found interesting, because I still have an MSS position. And look at this little inkling of excitement down here. And this is on the 4-hour chart, which I find interesting. So we got RSI. It's now overbought.
Wow. That's been a while.
Right. See, because like if you go on here, you'll see it hasn't been overbought since August of this year, and that only lasted about 30 days. Here's what's interesting. So over here, you've got it on the 4-hour and you got it on the 15-minute. It kind of tapered off there. But something that was really neat to just find out is with MSS, they raised the cap to 100 million. So I was like, that's pretty fascinating. So do you remember what the all-time high for MSS was?
Oh my days.
Just under 15 cents.
Yeah, I was going to say 14 cents, but yeah, just under 15 cents.
Yeah, and I saw this chart. I went back to my account. Let me pull mine up real quick. I went back to my account, and I actually have calculated it out. This has been running for 2 days, so I've got 1.2 million I can compound into it. You're somewhere around that, right?
Yeah. I'm still hanging around at the previous max wallet, which is, I think I've got like 23 million or 24 million at the moment in the because I've compounded today. So yeah, it's taking me up to about 24 million, I think.
So I remember when they were putting 14 and 15 BNB in this thing at a time. Can you believe one BNB will get you almost 36 million of these things now?
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild. And the thing is, I've got to say, I still go onto the MSS page, and it's still doing what it says it's always going to do. It's never disappeared. It's always been here, and it is still paying. Tangibly, you can still, take money out of it. It's crazy.
Look at these buys from a day ago. A little bit over 400, just under 200, and two right around 250.
Yeah.
Interesting, right?
Do people know something we don't at the moment?
I don't know, man. But I can tell you this. MSS is actually cheaper than when it first launched. So to get just kind of sitting back and doing casual tree math, how accurate that crap is. You could do an easy 10x on this. Easy.
Yeah, I mean, what's that up on the daily? What's that?
So
10-15%?
No, believe it or not, it's actually up 18.79% today. So nice. I was like, wow. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so the 100 million sort of opened the runway up a little bit on that one. I mean, can you imagine MSS back at 1 cent with a 25 million?
Here's
I mean,
what's so crazy about it is it was literally a penny. Let's see, it wasn't too far back. It was right around, here it is, right around March of this year.
okay.
Like, here's what's so crazy about it right now. You know, they put the throttle in there, right? To where it goes 80 or 90%, depending on, I forget the exact numbers. But the part that's so interesting right now, people say, oh, there's all these people with these huge wallets, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And guess what? They're probably throttled 80 and 90%, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah, I think that, you know, putting the throttle in was a very solid idea going forward. I think I've got about 10% throttle, but it's very easy to rectify that at the moment. So I might even sort of clear that up with a little bit of fresh capital later on.
yeah,
it's not going to take very much to get that back to zero.
So that's funny you say that, and I actually, how long have we been in blue this go around? 3 weeks.
In what was that, mate? So I missed that bit.
In blue protocol.
How long have we been in?
Yeah,
that's got to be about 5 months, right?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the recent.
Yeah, the recent. Yeah, probably about 3 weeks.
Ethereum, right?
Yeah.
So here's what's interesting, Millions. So on MSS, you've got this throttle that's kicked in, and people would have to buy their way back in to do it, right? And people kind of get nervous about an inflationary token, right?
Mm-hmm.
So on this, everybody remembers Blue Protocol, the 1.7% daily when it came out. What was the number one concern that was put out on this? You remember?
It probably would have been the inflation, surely.
Correct, inflation. And not gonna lie to you, that was a concern of mine as well. Well, obviously, Blue Token is way down from the launch, probably just from inflationary whatever pumps that it took out, right?
For sure. And also, let's not forget that a lot of altcoins are way down anyway right now. So that obviously pays into it a little bit as well.
So, but on this, you remember if anybody's new, first off, if you're new on whatever channel you're on, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and drop a comment. And as Millions would say, we will love you long time.
Oh, yes.
But on this, remember, you can buy, you can stake, and then bridge. Now, is this your first involvement with the abstract blockchain?
Yeah, 100%. My first dip my feet in. I was an abstract virgin before this.
Yeah, so this is where I've been living for a while with Blue. In other words, it's gone over to G Blue, and you know, I'll be honest with you, I was very pleasantly surprised with how this is all worked out. I know you've done some videos on it. I've done some videos on it. But what's been very fascinating with this is if you buy your Blue on the BNB chain, and then you can send it over to the abstract chain and participate in this Arborian protocol, it actually takes away the sell pressure from the inflationary side on the BNB side.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty smart, if you ask me.
Yeah, for sure. And I think anyone who's using the Arborian protocol with the Blue Wrap Teeth LP is smiling from ear to ear right now.
Yeah, you're pretty well versed in SwapX. You wanna tell everybody kind of how this whole voting thing works and how participating in the voting each week is really important?
Yeah, I mean, it's tons of similarity on how it functions to SwapX, which, by the way, just on an off note, it looks like SwapX is going to be going through some changes as well. I think they've been really let down by the Sonic Foundation, Sonic chain. So I think they're looking to maneuver themselves, but the team is incredible. So I just want to give a shout out to SwapX. They're still there, still doing their thing. Still paying as well, but it's just Sonic is obviously a little trashed right now, and I think they're looking to maneuver to greener pastures. But in terms of the actual platform itself, yes, you have like the voting mechanism where you can lock your tokens. In this case, the ABX token, you can create a lock up to 4 years, and you can then use that as basically as sort of voting power to vote on the pools that you want to support. Now, I'm personally just supporting the G Blue ETH pool at the moment, or G Blue wrapped ETH, if that's correct.
Yes.
And by doing that, you by doing the voting, you get the potential to earn sort of the bribes, because each of the protocols will put in their sort of bribe money, so sort of you get paid out for basically pumping that pool and various incentives. So you're basically earning on top of earnings. So in this case, you get your G Blue wrapped ETH LP, you stake that, and you earn your ABX, and then you could take some of that profit or all of it, whatever you want to do. You can lock that, and you can earn even more by basically voting once a week at the end of each before the end of each epoch. So it's like triple stacking your gains, and you're never really having to sell the golden goose, which is like the LP. So I've got all of my G Blue right now in the LP with ETH. Now, that for me is working out really nicely. So you've got to remember that even when you've got your LP in place, so you've sort of got your LP with G Blue and ETH, you're still earning 1.7% per day on the G Blue side of things. So that's still, you're still earning from that. So I'm not having to sell any of that because it's basically just printing ABX, which is then could be used to, either you can take some profit at ABX, but I think it's hugely undervalued right now. So I'm trying not to sell too much of it at these prices. I've heard some people give some predictions on the potential of ABX token. So I'm definitely stacking some ABX. I'm taking a little bit of profit like I always do, but I'm also doing these regular locks and doing the voting. It's every, is it Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday.
It's so for us, yeah, it's going to be tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what was another neat surprise coming out of this. Not only do you earn in the LP, but you earn this additional 124.67% APR. And then you get a lock bonus on top of that for creating a new lock each week. So I was
I forgot to
like,
mention that. So
yeah. So, and that was, I've got roughly a 7K position. That was about another $120 for the week. And something that's really important to remember in this, none of this is locked up permanent.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to back out, if Millionz wanted to back out, which I mean, I have no plans on it because the APRs are absolutely insane in this, but you could literally unlock everything, sell it, swap it, and go somewhere else. And there's no loops, there's no locks, there's no nothing, which is a absolute breath of fresh air.
For sure. I mean, that's proper DeFi. You've got full control over your funds. You're not you're not trusting someone else with the capital, with the tokens. You've got full control of it. You can put it in, you can take it out, you can take some profits, you can put some back in. It's proper DeFi, basically, where you become your own bank in that respect, and that's the whole point of it.
So there's another feature I know that Aaron just put out today. And if you're not on the BNB side, this is a site. I'll put this in the comments. I think this will go over to your channel too, Millionz. I don't know. this right here is gblue.xyz/vault. If you guys are already in the Arborian side, if you go on here, there's a vault tab up here, and this is a new feature to where you can zap in and you can just take ETH and it puts it into this vault. And what happens is it actually compounds 4 times a day. What times those are, I have no idea. But what's interesting is the base APR for the vault is 301.5, which matches this right here. But if you notice, the vault APY is larger because it compounds 4 times a day. So if you don't want to do the rewards, the locks, and everything else, you can literally zap into GBlue here, enjoy the price appreciation, and it will auto compound your position as you go along, which is great for somebody who wants to just check it once a week.
For sure. It's super hands off. So it's a lovely way to do it. If people just want to sort of set and forget for a bit, don't want to get too involved in, jumping in before the end of each epoch and doing the voting and stuff, which, it's very straightforward. Once you've done it once, it's super easy. I think you've done a walkthrough on that, Peter, on your channel, I think.
You did one. You did one as well, right?
I spoke about it. I didn't have my screen on because we hadn't fully set up here, so I just sort of did a bit of a walk and talk about it. But I'm gonna do a sort of a proper walkthrough on screen soon. But it's not very difficult. But again, if you want to be totally hands off, then this new approach from Aaron is awesome, man. I've got to say about Aaron is he works like at the speed of sound. It's crazy. Like something will just appear and it's like, yeah, it's done. It's live. So shout out to Aaron for bringing some serious utility to Blue. I mean, I've loved Blue ever since I got into it, but to have this extra way of earning from it and not actually having to sell it, for me is like, that's superb, man. Because I hate selling the golden goose. Like if there's something that's generating capital, then you don't want to sell that off. So the fact that we can sort of, there's so many different ways you can take profit in Blue now, and by using the LP and everything like that, it's phenomenal. So yeah, big shout out to Aaron. I've got to give a ton of credit.
Yeah, on this, let's see. So we'll move that off screen for a second. But down here, there it is. So this is what it says my estimated ABX is every day. The current ABX price is let's see, it is 0.008. That's about what it's been. So that's 57.25 a day, which is not too shabby. And then per month, that's a little bit over $1,700. So I think I'll take that.
Yeah, and obviously that's without the 1.7% per day you're earning on your Blue. So
yeah, that's minus that. That's minus the lock bonus. That's minus the voting bonus, and also that's minus the incentives and the bribes, like you were talking about.
Yeah. So that's let's call it 2K a month, and you're not even having to sell the asset. I mean, a lot of people could pay their rent or mortgage with that. It's crazy.
Yeah. So that's Blue, guys. There's if you're in it on the BNB side, jump over to Arborian, jump over to Abstract. It's not that hard. They've got a zap feature here to where you can simply take your GBlue that's on BNB and it'll dump it all over there and get you earning. And you can do it one of two ways. You can do all the votes and locks and all that stuff, and then if you want to just do it in autopilot, you can do it through this vault. So really, it's two ways that you can do it. Yeah,
it's beautiful. Let's hit the chat, Peter. Is there any questions?
Yeah. Blue Chip Drip. Looking at this for our next project.
Yeah, it's worth a look. It's worth a look, Chip. And thanks for joining us, bro.
Nell E. Neptune. Let's go.
Merry Christmas to you, mate.
Nothing like a good rug to make you feel alive. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, this was Chip's reaction the other day to BitNest.
What? God's green earth!
It's never.
Sorry. Back to the comments we go. All right, so let's see. We got Nelly Neptune, Blue Chip, talking about rugs. Let's see. Sorry, boys, just realized it's the drip.
Hey, Japodigy. How you doing, brother? I thought with the Nelly, I thought, is that Nelly? Yeah, we go way back. We go way back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the next one, shall we? What sites do you want to go? I got a couple of queued up, but what do you want to check
Queue
out?
them up, mate. Queue them up. Yeah, I'm going for all of it.
So let's go here. You know, I kind of like this site.
Yeah, I've seen this once or twice before.
Yes. So this is my project. Millionz is in it, and so am I. Duh. But on this is treetoken.net. If you are not in the SUI blockchain, you're missing out. Let me put this in the comments section for everybody to check out. So basically, we started this token out as a meme, and then we came up with the idea of how can we make a real world impact with this, and you can read all about it. We've got our NF trees there with our dev now, Millionz. So, and then I'm going to be talking to some, like, you're going to be an ambassador for him.
Yeah, for sure.
Richie's going to be an ambassador for him. And we're fusing the game. You remember in the Punisher, man, when he was working on the car and hitting the heavy welds and everything. That's what's going on behind the scenes right now. We're getting this bad boy shored up. Because I'm going to tell you, Ric Flair was guiding the way on how, if we were going to launch these things or not. And it was just, I wanted to launch them back in October, between the artist dipping and just some other things in real life. It was nearly impossible to, but hey,
it's got to be right. It's got to be right.
Yeah, we're rolling now, but I can tell you this, if you're not in SUIDEX, if you're not in SUI Farm, you're absolutely missing out. But if you go to treetoken.net, you can go right here to buy tree, and it'll take you to. What is your opinion about getting involved in SUIDEX? Was it hard for you to figure out the LP? Was it different? Was it a learning curve? Tell me what you think.
It was. I mean, I've obviously got a bit of experience in it, so for me, it was very straightforward. I think the platform's laid out really nicely. I did actually definitely do a run through video on this to show people how to do it. So if people want to check my channel, they can see that. But mega easy. And to be honest, I'd not really ventured much into SUI before that. In fact, the tree token was the first asset I bought on SUI. I actually bought tree before I even bought any SUI. So yeah, that was my first dip into SUI. And also before it was on SUIDEX, it was on moonbags.io, right? So I was earning some yield, some SUI yield from staking my tree there. But as soon as it went live on SUIDEX, I was like, yeah, let's get the LPs in. So I've got a nice position of SUI tree in the farm. Mega easy. They make it so easy if you're on SUIDEX. So shout out to Richie for creating such a freaking awesome platform. And it's such an easy way to earn some really nice passive income just by holding the assets you want to hold. I mean, they've even got like wrap Bitcoin pools, like single pools where you can just literally just put Bitcoin in, and it's like it's slightly higher fees in and out. But if you've got a long-term, you want to hold that for a long time, then obviously you're going to way out earn the 4% in, 4% out. So I've got a fair wedge of Bitcoin sitting in the Bitcoin only pool, but you can also do an LP with like wrap Bitcoin and OKX Bitcoin. So that's a potential. But on the Bitcoin only pool, I think I'm earning like 90+% APR on it. So I'm earning victory token to the value of 90+% APR. And there's also some really nice stable coin plays in there as well. So, you know, you've got USDC on SUI, like a single pool. And you've also got USDC, USDT, SUI, I think, which is earning, again, really nicely. I mean, where else can you go and put your stable coins and earn that much when you've got full control? You know, we're not talking about stuff that's higher risk here. I mean, obviously, everything's got risk. Everything has. Everyone in DeFi should already know that. But when you haven't got control of the funds, then obviously the risk is way higher. But in this case, you can, you know, you link up to your wallet, you put it in, you take it out whenever you want. So there's some awesome pools and ways to earn capital in there. So Victory token is printing daily in there for me.
Yeah, I told you I switched up part of the strategy in Sui Farm, right?
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, so what I did is I actually swapped from the APRs will load up, but I was in the USDT, USDC pool. And then what I did is I wound up swapping it from down here up into the USDC Victory pool. And also, have you heard how much Bitcoin trading on Sui, what percentage the fees it accounts for on the Sui blockchain?
No, I don't know that.
20%.
20%. Wow, that's pretty high.
Yeah.
That's pretty high.
So I was like, yeah, I'm going to make sure I got a good play in wrapped Bitcoin and Victory because you want the trades to go through that.
I'm thinking the APRs are like 50 or 60% on that pool.
Yeah, 65 to be exact on the Victory wrapped Bitcoin,
which is really nice.
Yeah, so on this, here's my positions. So I've got 6. I've got Victory USDC, then I got wrapped Bitcoin Victory, Sui Tree, Sui Shock. Got to keep that on Dunny, and then Sui Trump. You know, a lot of people have asked, what is the strategy with Sui Trump involving Sui Dex, or in the whole thing? Well, this whole kit and caboodle, as we say here in the South, don't try to write that down. This is designed to buy and burn Sui Trump. The only reason why I think I don't want to misquote Richie or Michael the Dev is they're almost got their indexer worked out to where the eyes can see it from everywhere. Then they're going to start the burns of it. And they got quite a few tokens in the burn and that are set for Victory and set for Sui Trump to be burned. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've got a Sui Trump position. I've got a Victory Sui position. I've got a Tree Sui position. I've got a single Bitcoin position, and I think I'm missing one somewhere. But yeah, I mean, Richie's a savvy guy, man. He's savvy. He's been in this game a long time. He's an OG, and he knows what he's doing. So massive shout out to him. Very, very cool platform. I'm loving being in Sui Farm. So it's a great way for me to sort of jump straight in and get properly involved in Sui, because again, I've not really been involved much in it before that. So
yeah, so you got your Bitcoin in the single asset pool, right?
Yeah, I sent some over and sort of wrapped it, and it's sitting in the single pool because I don't really have much intention of selling a lot of my Bitcoin. So
yeah.
I'm happy just to let it sit there and work for me. You know, I see these pools, they're like employees for me, really. They're just working every single day. You know, they're not contacting HR and complaining. They're not, you know, there's no in politics, no problems. They're just working hard, 365, 24/7. So that's the way I see these pools. They're assets I'm going to be holding anyway. And also to mention their V2 pools as well. So, you know, you're not getting the rebalancing that you do in V3. I know there can be, you know, pros and cons, but we don't have to worry about the rebalancing. It's just like 50-50 and nice and simple.
Yeah. And with you, so Richie has always stated in SuiDex it's designed for the long game.
Yeah.
So if you have an extended runway for your Bitcoin to stay in there, it'll continue to earn the whole time. And then whenever it's time to evolve to the next phase of Sui Dex and Sui Farm, once the first 3-year cycle is done, they'll actually take the withdrawal fee off. So you won't even have to pay the 4% then.
There you go. Even better. So yeah, with stuff like Bitcoin, you know, I have a percentage of that I'm just like, yeah, I'm not selling that anytime soon. So I might as well sit some of it and just be earning from it.
Oh, did you see the news a couple of days ago that Sui's about to start up privacy transactions?
No, I didn't see that. I've been traveling a lot the last sort of week or so, so I'm playing catch up a little bit on a lot of this. But I'm a big advocate of privacy in crypto, so that's interesting to me. Tell me more, Peter. Tell me more, because I've
they're see, I told you I was going to bring tidbits tonight.
There you go. Yeah, bring it to me.
Yeah. So they're I forget who was bringing it out, but they're going to roll it out in January, I think.
Okay. So what's going to be the process with that? Is it going to be like a no, I guess like a mixer or something, or
they had 2 words: stay tuned.
Oh, okay.
It was the trust me bro vibes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. It's cool to hear, though. I mean, anything that promotes privacy in crypto. I mean, the word crypto comes from the Latin word cryptos, which means hidden. So the whole point of crypto really was to be, hidden money that you can use privately. Bitcoin never really, unfortunately, it's not private. A lot of people think it's private, but what they really are thinking about is something like Monero, which is legitimately private. But yeah, Bitcoin is with chain analytics, modern chain analytics is not particularly private anymore. You know, a lot of it can be linked to your KYC exchange address and stuff like that. So, you know, Bitcoin's not really private money. No one really uses Bitcoin. It's like store of value. It's like, I don't know. That's what it's become anyway. I don't think that was the original idea for it.
Right.
I think Monero's kind of taken on the mantle for private digital money, and Bitcoin is like, you know, it's the OG for sure. But I think privacy deserves it's definitely been in the headlines more this year, and I like that with the whole Zcash thing. Do I like Zcash personally? No, for a number of reasons, but it still puts the topic of conversation around privacy. A lot of people are starting to understand what privacy tokens are and why we need them, you know, with the way the world is going at the moment, without going into too much detail on that. But it's good to see that as a topic of conversation in the mainstream of crypto now. So I think it's a positive thing. And if Sui, you know, anything to do with bringing a bit more privacy to crypto, I think it's a good thing. I think it's positive. You know, just because something's private doesn't mean you've got something to hide. You don't owe anyone anything. You don't owe anyone access to your bank account. You don't owe anyone access to your portfolio. It doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. But the idea that you should definitely have the right to privacy if you want it. So any chain that's bringing about some, you know, some privacy utility or some privacy aspects, I think is super positive, personally, in my opinion.
So I know you and I have talked about Victory Token quite a lot. This is the link for Victory Token. It's on noodles.fi. It's the DEX screener for the Sui blockchain, for lack of a better term. This is the 4-hour chart on Victory Token. So, I mean, if we start here at 0.00232, we're up to 0.00265. So we are chugging along great. Nice. At a really great pace.
That's what we like to see, and also the fact that Victory Token is deflationary. Yes. So it's you know, even though it's the you know, the native emissions token, it's actually deflationary. So to see that sort of gradual price action is beautiful. That's fantastic. And we actually forgot to mention the Victory Locker on Sui.
Yeah, that's where I'm going right now.
There you go. Great minds think alike.
Yes. So on this, so I've had a strategy. I didn't follow it this week because I was wanting to build up a position, but let's see, today is Tuesday. I will claim my victory rewards tomorrow and probably go into victory USDC again because I want to get that up higher. And then once I do that, tomorrow, I will then do one more reinvestment on Friday, and then I'll do the 3 days to where I'll actually put it into the SUI locker. Now, what I did for the sake of this live stream, I waited until we were live to show the batch claims, the quality of life enhancements that they've done on here have been absolutely outstanding. I've only got $839 worth of victory locked in here, but all of this is actual rewards from SUI Dex. So I haven't really gone out of pocket, but I do make a point to participate in this. Some people have a whole lot more in here, which I actually should have a whole lot more, but it's really easy now. I've literally got 16 locks that are ready for victory, and I don't know why I didn't claim them all. I guess they just now became eligible, but I've got 26 locks to where I could claim SUI, and before you'd have to do them one at a time, but now, yeah, see there, 26 locks, 28 total epochs, 2.65 SUI, and now you can literally come in and just approve it all in one transaction. That SUI goes straight to your wallet. And then after that, it's done.
Yeah, I mean, that's superb. They've made some really nice amendments to that site, I've got to say, with the batch claims on the in the farms as well. So you can just sort of claim it all at once. You haven't clicked too many buttons. You know, you can get real lazy with it. Just batch claim, victory token comes in, and then you can follow your own strategy in terms of what you want to do with that victory token. Like, so as you mentioned, yeah, you can put a portion of that into the token locker, which I think is anyone who wants longevity in SUI Dex and SUI Farm would probably want to put a little bit in there to make sure you're sort of supporting the token, supporting the protocol, and obviously you're not doing it as charity. You're getting rewarded as well in more victory token and through SUI. So it's not like you're just doing them a favor. It's you know, you're going to make some gains from it as well. So and some pretty good ones actually when you look at the metrics on that. So yeah,
I mean, you could go to lock on here. I mean, because on some of this, look at that, 110% for 1 week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can come in and lock it for 1 week, and then you'll get it all back.
Yeah.
Plus 110%.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you want to do that? It's crazy.
Right.
But yeah. So you know, you can build your own strategy. You can put some in there and be earning from there. You can reinvest in the LP. You know, you can sell some of the victory and reinvest in the LP. You can stick that victory straight into a victory pool, you know, and do it that way. It's just, yeah, the potential is endless with SUI Dex, and yeah, it's a ton of fun, I've got to say.
Well, and see, what I was doing at first, I was actually holding off until my victory token got bigger to have, so I wouldn't have to do so many unlocks. Well, now with the batch claim, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So it's nice now.
Yeah, it's a real printer right now, for sure.
Yeah,
you know, and especially when they're assets that you just want to, you know, hold anyway. The fact that it's V2, you haven't got to worry about the rebalancing. You know, I mean, I've used Turbos before, Turbos Finance, which, you know, that was working really well for a while. I mean, it still works, obviously. You know, it's just you have to really keep an eye on things because you can get sort of chucked way out of balance. And there was a couple of times where it sort of the market took such a hideous dip in such a short period of time, where like SUI sort of crashed with all the other altcoins, that it sort of, you know, pushed everything into SUI. And then you've got to think about, you know, do I want to rebalance and take the hit now? So that's where the impermanent loss comes in. It's really, you know, being involved in V3 pools particularly is one of the best ways to learn about like impermanent loss and stuff like that is to actually get hit with it. And it's like then you learn it straight away. You don't have to watch too many YouTube videos on it. You say, oh, okay, now I get it. So if I rebalance now, then I take the hit. Otherwise, I've got to wait this out. A little bit about what's going on with Packer Finance right now, where the positions are out of whack. They've all been converted into the asset, and they've got to sort of wait for that to come back again. So it's a lesson. It's a lesson. But with obviously the V2 pools, where they're 50-50, you haven't got to worry about the rebalancing side of things. Obviously, yes, the asset can go down in price and your LP can go down in price as a result, but you still have, a 50-50 balance, which it's a little easier to sleep at night sometimes, personally, with that sort of thing.
Man, I'm going to tell you, having to babysit positions, that will, oh my gosh, I just learned something about you. Look at this. I wish Millions and Dilly would bring back the douchebag of the week show.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we go way back. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I think that was more Nelly than me. But
Nelly, I need to know these things. So
yeah, I used to enjoy it. Yeah, douchebag of the week. Yeah, you normally got it spot on as well. There's a lot of douchebags around at that point.
Oh yes, all over the place. But no, man, in Suidex, I'm telling you, it is just so uber easy in doing this. I mean, it absolutely. And if anybody's had any questions about it, please speak up, because I mean, this is just, it's so easy. It works. And again, just like in blue that we were talking about, and I mean G blue, it's not locked. I mean, the only thing that's locked is this. And when you go into this, you literally want to go into it with rewards and not money out of pocket. And then that way you're setting yourself up another passive income source.
Yeah, yield on yield. But both the protocols we've spoken about tonight, it's like yield on yield. So,
and I'm right at around, let's see, it's I'm right around $50 a day now in Suidex. So it's going along quite well. And every day when I reinvest, I'm going back into the USDC victory pool. So it's working out good.
That's paying real nice right now. I think it's like 110% or something APR. I think it is.
Yeah, 109.68 to be exact.
Pretty much.
And here's the other thing. Some of these other altcoins that are smaller, that have smaller pools, and I'm actually going to buy some more, is Aquashock. Aquashock is paying 123.32% APR in its pool, and it is easy to get a hold of on Suidex.
Yeah. I've not got a position at Aquashock, but I've heard that the dev's legit. I don't know much about the token, so I'd need to sort of look into that a little bit. But I mean, the APRs are phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely worth a look. And obviously, Tree token as well. It's well worth a look.
Yeah, we are now, we started at 1 billion tokens, and we are now we are over 10% of the supply taken out of circulation. Actually, we're over 10%. Yeah,
wow.
Of the supply taken out of circulation.
That's big.
That includes 5.11% time locked on moonbags.io. That also includes some Forever LP on Turbos, and we've also burned another 3%, something like that. Let's look at Moonbags real quick. What do you say?
It's been a while.
Yeah. So, Paste, that we work with, he said that the APR on Moonbags is not there right now. So I found that to be quite interesting. So there's a couple other metrics on here that are pretty neat. There's a treasury on Moonbags called I just call it the Shiro Treasury, SHRO. They've actually, through Selfie, they've actually locked away 1.704% of the supply. Oh man, we got some fees to distribute on here. And then let's see what it's paying right now. Let's go to staking. No, I don't think it's paying out right now. Well, it's got to be because I just distributed a fee to everybody.
Mm.
But I can tell you this, the fees on Moonbags is based off transactions. And you actually taught me this a while back, Millionz, is the difference between emissions and fees is huge. And on Suidex, on Sui Farm, is victory token emissions. So you're paid in tokens every single day.
Yeah. And especially when
to me, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal, and especially when you've got a nice sort of gradual uptrend like the victory token's got at the moment, which is, it's beautiful to see. It's just a real gift.
Yeah, and if you look on the holders, you'll see the Dev is number 2 with 5.83% of the supply. I am gradually locking that away as I get more SUI to add to it. So that is what I'm doing with that, if anybody is wondering about that. What is that other nuance we were going to talk about? So here's victory. If you want to know more about Aquashock, you can actually go on Noodles and learn more about it. Let's see here. Where the hell did that thing go that we were going to talk about? Oh, I know exactly where it is. It's right here. So look at this. It's gone. It's nearing 19% for 24 hours. So people are still buying. It's interesting.
Wow. Very interesting. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm sure, but it sounds like some people might know something.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but yeah, it's interesting to get a sudden boom in price like that. Almost 20% on the day is crazy.
Yeah. Here's what's interesting. So the blue token, even though it's really cheap compared to launch, it's up 7.52%. Oh, this is what I was going to show you. Speaking of blue, people have actually asked how to take advantage of this thing on duplicate chains. Have you done this ARB tool that he's got on here?
I've not used it yet, only because, again, I've just had a crazy sort of past sort of week or two, but I've heard about it. I've spoke to you about it, I think, before, and it sounds like it's just a really great way just to keep volume flowing and to take an opportunity of the price differences on the chains. So I think, am I right in saying you using USDC on this?
Yeah. So what I did, it was a 6% spread the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually wanting to bridge from BNB to abstract. So what I did is I just used that as the bridge and made a little money on top of it. And then of course went into the LP after that. But yeah, it's that's a really cool way, because there's always concern when you got the same token on 2 chains. What are you going to do to balance it out? Well, there you go.
Yeah, 6% in one click of a button ain't bad, is it? If you're going in there with 10K or whatever, then it's a nice little bit of change, isn't it?
Yeah, and what's interesting is if you go in it when you start it with USDC and you actually end it with USDC. Did you know that?
Yeah. So it goes literally from one to the other, and it just you're just taking advantage of the spread, right?
Correct. So on this, if you bought it on abstract, it would take your USDC on abstract, buy it, send it over to BNB and sell it, and then you would have USDC over there. So that's exactly how
That's
how that would
beautiful.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're someone who's at your computer a lot anyway, and you can sort of check in from time to time, there's some great opportunities there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like to call it risk free because nothing's risk free. But I mean, when you're dealing with USDC to USDC, then obviously it takes a huge amount of the risk out of it.
Well, and also something that you mentioned earlier on Aborian. So on this, if you literally want to go pay a bill right now and and not not have to sell any principal, this is it right here, your rewards. And I'm telling you, man, you already know there's different ways to pay the bills on crypto, and you could take this and sell it, and you could do that every day because this is going to pay out every day in this pool.
Yeah, I mean, I remember at the turn of the last epoch, as we went into the new epoch, it was like 369% or something,
Right.
and that's like over 1% a day. That is
Well,
wild.
what's so crazy about it? So the TVL on this 1 week ago was, I think, right around 50 to 60K, and
Mm.
then it went up over 100K pretty quick, and it's gaining. How many weeks have we been in this? 3 weeks now.
Yeah, about 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been gaining about 20 to 30K each week, I think,
Yeah,
in TVL, which is really good.
yeah. I'm telling you, this, in my opinion, again, not financial advice. I have to keep saying that, but in my opinion, this is one of DeFi's biggest kept secrets right now. And as you can see by the growing TVL, it's gradually becoming less of a secret. I think as people
Yeah.
sort of figure out that not only can you obviously get the 1.7% per day, but you can also be earning some like 1% a day, literally in these these pools. So there is insane amounts of potential in this, and I think this is exactly what Blue needed, so that people don't just have to earn the Blue and sell the Blue. There's other ways. You can keep Blue going, and also just be not spending your principal, spending the yield. And that's really a big secret in this game, is to figure out a way of spending the yield and or reinvest in it. Of course, you reinvest it or spend it, but you're not ever having to actually touch the principal or reduce the principal. It's a beautiful
Guess
thing.
what you don't have to buy? A damn node.
No, you don't have to buy a node for this. You haven't got to spend out $6,000 on a node to an invisible team who still owe you money, But anyway, I'm sounding bitter, but yeah.
No, just say
What? God's greater!
I couldn't have said it better than that, to be honest.
So, and then, yeah. So on this, I mean, between this and this, I don't know about you, man. I'm heavily content right now.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, we haven't spoken about like Texit coin or anything like that yet, but I mean,
Let's go there right now. As a matter of fact,
that's another leg of the sort of cash flow portfolio for sure.
yeah. Let me pull that bad boy up right now.
But yeah, I checked in the other day. It's still churning out Texit coin, and I know they've got a lot in the pipeline, and I appreciate their vision as well. Because as we spoke about earlier, that crypto, in order to become really what it's supposed to be, it has to be used, actually physically used. The entire point of crypto is to sidestep or make redundant the central banking system to some degree.
Yeah.
That's the biggest Ponzi scheme that's ever been created, this fiat currency. And the whole point of crypto really was to find a way around that, so we don't have to use their Ponzi money. And what Texit Coin are doing, from what I can see, is they're trying to make an actual usable currency that can be spent, merchants can accept it, and people can have a completely decentralized way of spending without having to be watched all the time by banks or be judged by, you know, whatever you're spending, and you know, things are getting crazy. For example, in the UK, where it's a big reason why I spend a lot of my time outside of the UK now, because things are getting, you know, you could write a book on it, like a George Orwell book, and what's going on over there, where they're linking your bank account. Banks like NatWest and really big banks are linking your bank account with your carbon footprint. So they're starting to monitor what you're spending based on a carbon footprint, fairy tale carbon thing that's going on right now. So
barf.
Yeah, it's wild, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. So, you know, the whole point of crypto was to not have to use the banks. That was the whole point of Bitcoin, was to basically stick a massive finger up to the banks. But they've been allowed to creep back in. You know, people were begging for regulation and stuff like that, which kind of always made me feel a bit sick, because the whole point was, if you've got 10 minutes of your day, go and read the Bitcoin white paper. And it's like a PDF. It's like 9 pages long. And the whole point of crypto, of Bitcoin, was to basically say no middlemen, no Ponzi middlemen, no one, no banks, no governments, nothing. But they've been allowed to sort of work their way back in and sort of semi-control it from the exchanges and stuff like that, because they're all being held under banking regulations now. So they've got their sort of slimy little hands back on it. But what I do like with tech, I've gone a little bit off kilter there. I could talk about this sort of thing all day, but the thing is with Texit Coin is they're actually trying to create a usable currency, or they have created a usable currency. So that is a really solid thing to do, I think, in crypto, is to make it usable, make it easy to use, you know, easy to transact with merchants, and decentralize things as much as possible. So I know obviously it's based around Texas, the whole Texit movement and everything like that, which I think is awesome. I could definitely get behind that, and that's part of the reason why I got involved in the first place with Texit Coin, even though I'm from, you know, old Blighty. No, I'm not there at the moment, but you know, it resonates with me in terms of you know, something I can get behind.
So on this, with this chart, I know a lot of people see red candles and go, "Oh God, I'm not going to get into this." But on this is obviously, I'm sure if I laid Bitcoin's price over this, you would see when it peaked and started going down. And that's because Texit Coin has a pretty big treasury in Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, and USDT. So that's, and I think they have 40 kilos of gold right now. So they may even have more. But that's their treasury to keep their project solvent. I can tell you this. Have you read much about the layer 2?
Is that the something dollars? What is it? The
downtown digital dollars.
Downtown digital dollars. That's right. Yeah.
So any project, and you know this all too well, when you're able to go after revenue to where you have a revenue generating project, you have an absolute beast. Well, this mine. So first off, if anybody's watching, you're wondering about what the hell is Texit Coin. Texit Coin is a crowdsourcing project to where you sign people up for these mining seats for this mine. It's a fork of Litecoin over in Texas, and Millionz has mining seats. So do I. Well, what's interesting is you can't come in with $100,000 and buy a bunch of mining seats. You can only buy 9, and you have to you have to actually build a team to be able to get more out of it. I've actually got 20 miners. That's because I have a tree that's built up underneath me, and I've added people into your team, Millionz.
Yeah.
You've added people on there yourself as well. And the bonus miners, they kick in very well. And Nelly, you sound like a go-getter. If any of you guys want to check this out, I mean, I've only bought 1 miner. So have you, right?
Yeah, I bought 1. Yeah, I started off with 1, and did a few videos. A few people wanted to support the channel. They sort of bought in under my link. So I think I'm up to 5 or 6 miners at the moment.
Yeah. Well, ye international traveler, now that you're got your home base again with the cool Grand Theft Auto graphics, you should we're gonna help you get them legs going again. But this is the chart. It's they're on, my God, they're on 10 exchanges now. Look at all that.
Yeah, they're working hard. They are working hard. If you look at their socials and stuff like that, they are getting out there. They've got billboards all over Texas, all of the major airports. They're sponsoring MMA. They're sponsoring some big sort of hockey teams. There's sort of wrapped cars driving around everywhere. So they're doing a lot of work from what I can see.
Yeah, and if you go into either one of our channels, both of us have some Texacoin videos. You'll see over here. Yeah, that's when I was up to 13, and it is not that hard to ROI quickly. If you know how to go out and talk to people and tell your friends about this, you can get people signed up. And if you sign up on Millionz team, sign up on my team. We are definitely going to help you along the way. And it is not that hard to get people on board. Not at all.
Another thing to mention as well, obviously the miners are in limited supply, so there's only ever going to be 1 million of these miners. So you can only bring people on for as long as they're available, basically. So that's it's not a forever affiliate scheme. It's like once they run out, and that's that. So
yeah.
But I mean, one of the reasons why, like personally, I got into it because I wanted to add some mining to my overall portfolio. But you try to mine from the UK, it's the highest energy costs on the planet. You can't get anywhere near to ROI, especially if you're coming in just with $1,000 or a couple of $1,000. You can't do much with that at all. I think actually the UK electric prices are 400% higher than the US, 400% higher. So
are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like pretty much, I think, behind Germany, the highest electricity prices in the world right now. So anyone from the UK or Europe, good luck, getting anything remotely profitable with mining. So my outlook was, well, look, I can buy the hash rate, and I don't have to actually have a physical miner buzzing away in my garage, like completely destroying, so Mrs. Millionz like running in, screaming, holding the electricity bill. So I don't have to worry about that. Someone else can deal with all of that, and I will just take, obviously, the fruits of that. So it's every day I have a look in there, and it's spitting out Texas coins into my wallet, and with a longer term outlook on it. I know that the price is around sort of $1.10 at the moment, but it's been a lot higher than that recently. So I think with a nice upturn in the market, that will probably follow the trend with everything else, and those daily earnings will triple, quadruple quite quickly, I think. So yeah, I've got a few seats going, and I don't have to worry about housing miners and all that sort of stuff. So it's just easy. It's kind of a lazy way to get involved in mining, and because that's not a huge part of my portfolio, that seemed like a no-brainer for me, just to sort of jump in and get started with that. And obviously, running a YouTube channel, if people get value from the videos and they want to buy a miner themselves, sometimes they'll support the channel, and they can do the same thing. If they want to suggest it to someone else, they can sort of build a small team until all the miners are gone.
Yeah, this is another token that's a meme token on Sui. It's Aqua. This guy's name is Kyle, and he's got a pretty cool raffle going on right now as well. He got his LP listed in Sui Dex as well. So yeah, this is an easy small cap 10x that you can do as well. They've sold off some but I can tell you I've got some of this, and it's a great token to be involved with right now if you want to just try to do an easy 10x on something. All these 10x's we're talking about tonight, man, I love this.
I know, man. I know. Even though the market's a little bit in the toilet at the moment, there are some real diamonds still shining through. You know, you just have to know where to look. So there's some great stuff going on still, and I've got my long-term portfolio, and I'm just being patient. The thing is, when you've got cash flow protocols like what we've been discussing tonight, you don't necessarily get as bummed out by the market because you've still got daily income coming in, and you've still got tokens working for you. So it's not like you're just sitting there looking at your portfolio going down in value. You still have a cash flow, and I think it's so important to be in a few protocols that provide that, because it certainly gives you opportunity as well to reinvest, take advantage of some of the dips. And there's been plenty of dips this year for sure. But that's one thing that Bitness was brilliant for, was spitting out USDT. And when those dips came along, you know, moving that money out and over into the market where it's you know, where you're buying speculative assets. That was a great thing. So, you know, as we mentioned at the start of the video, it would be great if Bitness comes back from the dead, of course.
Yeah.
Again, you know, we will see. Time will tell. We don't know what's going to happen with that. It's DeFi. Who knows? You know, maybe I'll wake up tomorrow, they pay me everything back. We'll see.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, Suey Trump, this is another chart. Take full advantage of this right now, because once the burns kick in, you can actually do a reverse hedge on your portfolio with this, knowing that this thing is going to have the supply burn pretty rapidly.
Right.
Because we're at in tree, to be exact. I know Richie is Lord have mercy. The G Blue dev is building more stuff right now as we speak.
Wow. I'm starting to think that Aaron's AI.
I think he is. Between Aaron and Furley, I think they're really robots. I really truly do. Yeah. On Tree, we've got approximately 10.1443% of the entire 1 billion supply removed. So yeah, we're down to 898 million tokens.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So I've got a nice little bag sitting on over at on Sudex, so I'm happy.
And I can tell you this, I'm not going to reveal much, but now that we're finally to the stage of the NF trees coming out, the game looks cool as all get out. We're going to have battle tournaments that we're going to organize online. Your community can come over, man. What the battles? What do you think? 2 days a week, 3 days a week? Have it like from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., something like that, or maybe do it earlier in the day so the other side of the globe can participate as well.
Yeah, we'll have to have a look at the time zones and see if we can find a sweet spot somewhere. I mean, yeah. I've got to say, most of the people that have been supporting my channel. By the way, I want to give a massive shout out to everyone who's been supporting the channel, because it has been growing steadily, really nicely. I'm on the road to 3,000 subscribers now, so just want to give a massive shout out to everyone who's been supporting me from day one. But I think a lot of my subscribers are it's sort of US based. I think that I don't know, crypto's not quite as big in the UK. So I think that's probably a smaller percentage of my audience. When I look at analytics, most of it's coming from sort of the US side.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually up to 729 now, man. Next stop for me is 1,000. So trying to get there.
That's a really, I think for anyone on YouTube, getting to 1,000 subscribers is a really big deal. It's a really big deal because YouTube is not particularly easy to grow, especially in like the crypto niche. I think if you get lucky in one of the sort of, you know, the bigger niches, like, you know, whatever else, fitness or anything like that, you can blow up pretty quick. But I think it's with crypto, it's quite a grind to build a channel. So anyone who's hitting like 1,000+ subscribers should be pretty proud of themselves, I think.
Yeah, and on here, if you guys are ever really wanting to know what all I'm into, this is my Millions. Do you have a link tree yet?
I've got something similar. I think it's solo. I think it's a solo link I've got in my X bio and stuff.
Okay,
which is similar to Linktree, but
so this I used to have a bunch of affiliate links on it, but I had to go ahead and take them off just to kind of get down consolidated because you know those some of that stuff you don't want your members to get. And if anybody's wondering on the channel, what does this mean right here on BitNest? You'll see on all the BitNest videos, I've got update and pinned comment. And I actually went through all the videos. I think I took my referral link out of all of them, and I put a comment in each one. Let me blow this up so you can see it. I put this here 9 days ago. Update as of December 2025. Loot payments discussed in this video have not been received as expected. This content reflects my understanding and experience at the time of recording and is shared for educational and historical context. And a lot of people were asking, hey, take your videos down. And I actually wanted to keep the videos up because they had been indexed correctly. And when people were searching BitNest, and there's a couple of key pieces of information that I want to get out before I do like a BitNest update. But I can very much so tell you, man, I'm right along the lines with you. Not one red cent will go into that platform until A, everybody has been restored, and then B, there's clarity as to what exactly is going on, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a sensible thing. You know, the thing is with YouTube, once you put something out on YouTube, unless you actively go back, you don't know who's going to be watching that. And sometimes people, they jump in with blind faith. You know, even though we always say to people, yeah, do your own research and everything like that. Sometimes people don't. They just jump in and they're like, oh, I'm going to stick 10 grand into this quickly, you know? And it's like, whoa. You know, I think, yeah, remove the links and or remove the videos, one of the two, but it's important, man. When things go the other way, you've got to be, you know, you've got to be vocal about it as well. You know, I've said to everyone, not a penny, not another penny is going into this because obviously they've unfortunately rescinded on their side of the bargain. So
yeah. Well, and also yeah, and it just you know, it was kind of a train wreck to sit back and watch and just to see what people were saying. But then once you finally saw, you know, you and I were talking about this the other day, the communication has absolutely sucked. It's, to me, it's been one big conglomeration of word salad the whole time. And I'll tell you, the professionalism from some of the ambassadors, I could have lived without their responses to what I felt were legitimate questions of where the hell is my money. I mean, I was getting to the Stewie Griffin stage of, you're going to give me my money?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of where I was on that. But it's, you know, and you and I talked about this as well, is get in ROI as quickly as you can, get out and play with it on house money. And the money that I have that's in there, it is house money. I know yours is house money as well.
Yeah. From the first couple of months, it was house money, you know, and that's why I felt it right to tell everyone that that's what I was personally doing as well. But yeah, everyone's an adult, they'll do what they want to do. And yeah, it's disappointing, very disappointing. But, you know, as we said before, we don't know what's going to happen. Some people are getting paid from this new C loop, which is great. You know, I'm glad that they've got the cojones to go in and do it again. Yeah, I've got pretty big cojones when it comes to stuff like that. But, you know, for me, if you owe me $3 grand or whatever, you ain't going to see another penny. And nope. I'm going to tell the people that I can tell to be very careful, for sure.
Yeah, because Texas Coin's on autopilot. I mean, literally, it pays out every day in mining rewards. This right here is definitely on autopilot.
Yeah.
And if you want to put G Blue on complete autopilot, you just go into the actual vault. We shared the link in the comment section earlier. This is insanity. 300% APR and ABX rewards on this. I'm telling you, man, I keep going back to this. I want to know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, so do I. I'm intrigued. I'm very, very intrigued with that.
Yeah, I see we got 24, 25 people watching.
Yeah.
You guys have been in MSS, man. I'm telling you, this crap is like, let's go down here and do a conversion. Let's see. How much MSS would $100 get you right now?
A couple of million.
3.5 million.
3.5 million. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
You remember when $100 would only get you like a couple of thousand?
I remember those days. Let's get those days back.
Yeah, because the all-time high for it was 0.1495.
Yeah, that's wild. So imagine if you had a previous max wallet of 20 million, which I know a lot of people have got that now. So 2% a day on that, 1% to claim. So
yeah, look at that. 20 million times 0.1495. We'd have a lot of millionaires in here.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, look, I love to see MSS growing, you know, especially with the work that Aaron's putting into G Blue right now as well. In case you didn't know, guys, MSS and G Blue, same dev, Aaron. So yeah, bring that on. Bring that on. I love it. Yeah, also, I want to mention as well that there is no, like, me and Peter are not getting paid in affiliates or anything like that for talking about like G Blue or Suidex or MSS. This is just stuff that we're playing with ourselves. So
we're doing what?
We're playing with it. Can we say that?
Yes.
Okay, that sounded a bit sus. Yeah, sorry about that.
Well,
it's after 9 o'clock, so we can say what we want. So
no community violations, sir.
No, let's hope not.
I almost gave you the Ric Flair again.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, on everything that we've showed you, there's no referral links. G Blue, Texacoin, there is a referral link, but it's team based. Suidex, there is definitely not a referral link. And in MSS, I mean, the whole NFT thing on that's a whole nother conversation. I don't have it turned on, so I'm not going to give you the referral link. So yeah, if you want to get into it, do it. Matter of fact, let's see if it's mssnft.com, I think. Let's see.
Is that still running? It's still running.
It's it right there.
Yeah. It'd be good to have an excuse to get that back up and running again, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, man. If this thing takes off and running, I'm gonna turn the NFT. I'm gonna re-up to it. I'm telling you, I am. Look at that, man. Look at
that. That's interesting. I'm very intrigued. I'm very intrigued by that chart.
Here's what's so interesting about it, because you remember. All right, so man, I'm telling you, man. You remember, like, right in here, people would go up and they'd flush it right back down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like right in here. That's not happening. That is not happening.
No, I think it's because a lot of the big accounts have got full throttles now, like 90% throttles.
Yeah.
So if you want to get back into it, obviously you have to buy off the market now.
Yeah. I mean, the my God, the market cap's only 23,000. So like on this, I would love to know if there's a way you can look up to see if any of these accounts are throttled. That would be interesting.
Yeah. I'm very interested in this. This is unusual. I'm liking it. Yeah, for someone who's got like 25 million MSS, I like the green candles.
If you get your money back out of BitNest, How much of it you going to put in MSS?
I might just pump. I might just pump that chart a little bit.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I've got some money coming out in about 10 days, and I am going to pump up the jam on this thing. I'm telling everybody right now, I want to see. I mean, this may be a crazy proposition. This might be a lot. Look at there. There's another green candle. See, even a $2 buy is making it go up. 1 minute ago, someone bought $47 worth,
and it's pumped it up a little. See, that's how aggressive things can get with low market. Like when the market cap is that low, things can get aggressive.
Let me see if I can find some funds to put into this real quick. My gosh, man, you got me wondering.
Yeah, we need to look at the chat as well.
Oh, all right. Let's see. All right. So we talked about the douchebag of the week show. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. So this is so you know, Texacoin, they had their miners Zoom meeting tonight. So they're changing from 10-year based affiliate plan to performance based, cutting a lot of the fluff and fat and getting down to business. That's interesting. That is interesting.
Okay. That's another update I need to check out.
This guy knows Kyle as well. Kyle, man, he's a great dude, man. He's
got the Suidex logo as well. Kev.
Yeah. So this is, I'm telling you, man, Aqua. I actually shared the link on Noodles earlier. That is great. Absolutely great. Yeah, that's the chat. Freetoken.net, guys. Check it out. So when are we going to get shiny dome token?
There's nothing. This is the first I've heard of it. So
look, hey, somebody.
But it sounds great. More. I like the sound of that. Someone's just bought more MSS. Wow.
Yeah, look.
That was not me. Like, my hands have been here the whole time. That wasn't me.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you go and look at the chart and it looks minuscule, but
if there's insider information going on, I want to know about it.
Yeah, someone just bought 1.6 million.
I want to know about this inside information.
If we get back to here, I'm going to, as a matter of fact, let me just go ahead and mark this. And the next time we go live, I'm going to mark that area right there.
If we go to 1 cent, I'm going to dye my beard blue.
We're going to call this the million zone.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
What do you think, man?
Yeah,
you think, think we can pump it back up to that?
Oh, I'd love to see it, mate. I'd love to see that. That's red pen tonight.
All right, let's go into the rainbow sprinkles and unicorn milk zone. Let's see. All right, so let's place some bets here. So I do not know what in the hell this was all about. So there's our next goal. Okay, so that's at 0.002. And then let's see, where are we going to set our next goal? Right here or down here? Right there?
Yeah, let's go there. Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Okay. Wow. 0.005. All right. So if we're going to get to there, what is that? What would that pump be? That would be a 7,312% increase.
Yeah. Which is actually, I mean, with such a low market cap, it's actually not that hard. It just needs an ignition, basically, a reason for it to do that. So maybe there is a reason that we don't know about yet. Maybe that's why people are buying. But you know, it doesn't take that much when you've got like a $20,000 market cap. So I don't know, man. If someone can pull a rabbit out of a hat for MSS, then yeah, it's going to be red panty night for everyone.
Let's fancy what you were saying. let's see if we get to 1 penny. All right, so right now we're at somewhere right in there. So if we go to 1 penny on the money, let's see, right there. That would be what is that? 118,000%?
Yeah.
Jeez, Manetti.
Yeah. Can you imagine what your daily yield would be on that?
Yeah. I
insane.
can. And I'm gonna tell you, with the way G Blue is paying out, I'm gonna keep money going back into it. But I was strategizing about this earlier, and I'm like, MSS is meant to be a cash register that you have to refill every now and again to get your throttle back down. But if we actually used this protocol to feed the other ones that are paying us steady to get it really up, it would almost be a good effort. Because I'm telling you, man, this, with the way this is probably reset, with everybody getting throttled, moving on, all the what I like to call family disputes about whatever, I guarantee you that this is only the beginning for this. It's got to be.
Let's see. I'm going to repair my throttle. I've got like 10% throttle, so I'm gonna have to buy. I can't remember how much I'm gonna have to buy now to repair.
I got to buy 0.2 B&B to repair mine.
Yeah, I think I'll probably have to buy a bit more. I don't know whatever, maybe 4 or 5 million to repair that throttle.
Okay.
So, a couple of $100, I reckon I should be able to do it.
Okay. Well, with you being in a blue, you could actually do that.
It's really not that hard, yeah. With that daily income from ABX, it's wild.
Look at that. We're getting there $8 now on G Blue.
It's awesome to see this in real time.
You know what's doing this, right? This gradual tick up right now. It's that auto compounding vault that he put out.
Yeah. It just makes it too easy.
Yeah, let's see. Let's have a look at that real quick. Yeah, I did this earlier with I just put $45 in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's gained 62 cents, but I mean, it's auto compounding itself.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I stuck about $100 in it earlier just to try it out after we spoke earlier on.
Yeah.
I haven't checked it yet, but it's just it's just ridiculously easy.
Okay, so here's something that's interesting. So this vault now has a little bit over 44K in it. And then if you go over here to this, so now you've got 44K in that vault, and you got 106. So you got over 200K locked away in this now.
It's going up fast.
Yeah,
it's rising quick. I mean, people are smelling, what the rock is cooking here. What the dev is cooking.
Yeah,
they're seeing it. They're seeing it. So
see, and here's what's interesting. So to monitor this over a period of time, if this continues to go up, that means that this is going to continue to where to go. That means that the G Blue price is going to continue to go up simply because it's an auto compounding vault.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so freaking cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Looking steady.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you have to remember that the market at the moment is still in a fairly fearful stage. So, for it to be anything to be holding steady now is a very good sign. And bringing out new utility now, we could be getting in bottom, so it's brilliant.
Yeah, because what's the price of ETH right now? Oh my God, what do you think about silver?
Yeah, silver was, I mean,
I know that's a sore subject right now, so I'm not trying to.
Yeah, Yeah, yeah. It was part of my investment
I feel
strategy.
privileged to be able to ask you that.
Yeah, yeah. I did have an investment strategy sort of set up for silver about a year or so ago, but it kind of fell through for a couple of reasons, and I didn't end up getting in. Well, I've got some. I did get some, but I had a really like solid strategy set up for it. But yeah, it kind of fell through, unfortunately. So it's a little bit of a missed opportunity for me at the moment. I'm not going in now because I don't know. I don't like buying the euphoria. Like now, everyone's talking about silver. People weren't talking about silver for years, and now everyone's talking about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going in yet. I'm holding off that one.
So we are 67% off of this year's all-time high for ETH.
Mm.
Yeah, imagine we get even a 20 or 30% pump on ETH.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole G Blue LP is going to be looking real spicy at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, silver and stuff, and precious metals. I'll be going a little bit harder in on that come a decent pullback. But for now, I see too many opportunities in crypto right now, so I'm sort of focused there at the moment.
All we need is right around a $3,600 Ethereum, man, and that would give us a good 20% pump.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm in it for at the moment. I've got too much sort of cash flow stuff going on, which is playing out so beautifully.
Yeah,
I'm just going to keep on building those positions. Much of the stuff we've spoken about tonight, really.
Yeah. All right. There's almost 30 of you guys watching. Do y'all have any questions, comments, anything you want us to look at, cover? Let us know.
That's awesome, man. 30 people watching. It's great. Shout out to everyone watching.
So we've been going almost 2 hours now. So
it goes quick, doesn't it? It goes quick.
Yeah.
So much to talk about in DeFi. That's the thing. We haven't even got onto half of the stuff, but yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. You could probably stream all night, but I think the missus will get a bit pissed off if I do that. So
yeah,
she's
Mrs. here will too. She'll cut you and smile at you.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with Mrs. Millions. I'm 6'3", 230. I still have to I have to watch my back. Don't want to get on the wrong side.
Yeah, I'm 5'12", so
Talking of that, I did find a really, really cool gym. Actually, we're just sort of getting ourselves settled into this. We're in the right apartment block complex, but our permanent apartment is just across the hallway, actually. But which will be ready on the 18th. But everything around here, I'm exploring the area. I love this area, sort of the Roma Condesa area.
Oh wow,
it's such a vibe. Massive vibe around here. There's so many places to eat and drink and great stuff to do. It's just a total vibe. There's all the you'd love it, man. All the streets are tree lined and it's just like real cool, man. Really cool area. And I took a little walk earlier and I found a really good free weight gym, like 3 stories high, and I thought I'll pop my head in and have a little. The apartment's got a gym here, which is pretty good, not bad for an apartment gym, but sometimes you want to lift that heavy stuff, So yeah, I took a walk, went in, looked at the prices and stuff like that. And I'm like, am I reading that right? Like it was like $6 a week.
What?
For this incredible gym. Yeah, it was basically the equivalent of £6 a week, which is probably what, $7 or $8 a week, $8 a week.
Yeah.
In USD. And I was like, are you serious? Am I reading this right? And I took a little walk around. I was like, wow, like I would be paying probably per week, I don't know how many times of that in the UK for a gym of that sort of quality. So it's funny in Mexico that some stuff is like really cheap compared to the UK. Like all of the bills, like the energy bills and the water bills and everything, like a fraction of the cost. Phone data and like mobile plans way cheaper, internet way cheaper, like stuff like the gyms way cheaper to get into places, and it's so much cheaper. But it's funny, you go to Walmart and I find I actually spend more on stuff like that, on like food shopping, than I do in the UK, which is really weird. So some stuff is like really comparable, and sometimes quite expensive as opposed, but some stuff is like, you know, you walk into a really quality gym, it's like, you're only asking me for like £6 a week to use this. It's like, what, unlimited use? It's crazy. So yeah, it's an interesting dichotomy. And also with rent and stuff like that, is for what you get, you can go to the best area. Like I would consider us being in like one of the best, safest areas of Mexico City. And what you get here for like 100 square meter apartment, 24-hour security, gym, you know, fully furnished, really nice looking place, including some bills. You know, what you pay here compared to what you get in the UK is almost hilarious. You know, it's crazy. So it's a lot cheaper in many ways to live here, but you know, with food and stuff, it's strangely expensive. But maybe I'm just shopping in the wrong places, probably. But yeah, it's a vibe out here, though. You walk out the front door and there's just everything on your doorstep. You haven't got to drive. Ubers are everywhere. It's like cost £2. It basically kind of costs about like £1 a mile in an Uber. It's so cheap. It's crazy. So you don't even need a car out here. Wow. Yeah. So that's just a little side note on my journey so far. But I'm going to be doing hopefully some live streams from out on the streets of Mexico City. So that should be fun. So
I'll be my next adventure is let me find it real quick. I'll show everybody. So we have what's called carnival season, or it's also known as Mardi Gras around here. So this is if you want to, let's see. So this channel, you guys, this is the parading season in the hometown where I live. Let's see. Let me share this with you guys. So you guys be sure to look this up. I'm going to give you the channel link. But if you guys would hop in there and hit that subscribe button as well. Give me some love on that. That'd be much appreciated.
Already done it.
Yeah, you will definitely coming up in late January, early February, you'll see a lot of lives on there that I think you'll get a kick out of. Look at that. More buys.
That's crazy. I'm going to get that blue beard dye ready.
Yeah. We had a Blue Zone set up for a little while, and you know, there was a bank run, so we won't talk about that. But I think everything's properly reset now to have another opportunity there.
Yeah, I think lessons have been learned, so it'd be great to have another crack at that. You know, getting that back to a cent would just be like, wow, yeah, big time.
What you gonna do for New Year's, man?
Well, we were meant to be in Veracruz, but we're here now. So our friends who got married are still going to be in Veracruz. So it's going to be a pretty chilled one here. We've got a few friends in Mexico City. We'll probably meet with them for a little bit. But me and Mrs. Millionz have generally have a New Year's ritual that we sort of do, and that's like World's Strongest Man final and a takeaway. That's how we do New Year's. Yeah, that's how we do New Year's. So we'll probably do that out here as well. Yeah, we're going to get some good food in, watch World's Strongest Man final, and that'll be a quality way to bring in the new year.
So I will be in downtown Mobile, and we will be doing I'll be live streaming the world famous moon pie drop, not the ball, but the moon pie drop.
Cool. I've never heard of it. You're gonna be streaming that, right?
Oh yeah.
I'll be watching. I'll have two screens. I'll have World's Strongest Man on here, and I'll have Peter on this one.
There you go. You go.
That's how we do it. We'll multi-stream it. Love it.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
It's been a vibe tonight, man. It's been great fun. Man. It's gone so quick, but
there's more people piling in now.
Yeah. It's been an absolute vibe tonight.
Yeah. So. Well, everybody, thank y'all for watching. Let's try to do this more often, man. This was good.
I'm up for it, man. It's easy for me now with the time zones being the same as yours.
Thank
It was a lot
goodness.
harder. Yeah, I know it's way harder when I was in the UK, but we're going to be out here probably until at least July. So
Man.
I've signed a year lease on our new apartment here in Mexico City. So we've got it for a year, and I think we'll probably be here till most likely at least July. So we've got plenty of time to do some streams on the same time zone. So I'm well up for that. Absolutely, mate. Let's do it again real soon.
Yeah, Kev, this it's coming from your channel. Kev, man, absolutely.
You're welcome, brother. Thanks for joining us.
I think what we could do for the next episode, we could do a SUI update, talk about Tree, cover some of the altcoins and what Richie's doing there. And then Jibla, that's really the two big home runs that we've had right now. And if something transpires from the world of Texas or from the nest, we'll bring that as well.
Yeah, definitely, man. There's always stuff to talk about in this space. You know, a day is like a year in Normie land. So yeah, we'll have loads to talk about. But yeah, let's get another one scheduled soon. I know it's quite a little bit last minute tonight, but the next one, if we schedule it, we'll put the word out there nice and early. We've had a nice viewership tonight, so that's awesome. So thanks to everyone who's been watching and coming in with questions and stuff. It's been a total vibe. So we'll do it again soon for sure.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All good.
Thank y'all for watching.
Peace out. Hasta luego.